Hey, what's up guys, it's T-Bone here and welcome back to another episode of playing Legendary Game of Heroes. So the relic for this event in Mother Strength has come out. It's called the Matriarch Spear, and it is indeed a Power Gem spawning relic. It will generate a Power Gem 2. At 5 stars, it will generate as long as 18 water gems exist, and at 6 stars, it will drop down to 12 gems. And so I did go ahead and get one, and I paired it with 2 of my Tsunami Blades from the previous Bodana event, and this is my current deck right now. So I have two support cards, Askooka, got them both to 6 stars, and then I did get Wendae at tier 4 of the event deck. So in the last episode, I went up to tier 3, and then I went up one more for 2,000 gems, and I got it at 4 star. So I went ahead and leveled her up. And then for my 5th card, I put in Quack the Hunter, who also who is also a water honor card, as well as it has a passive that will actually increase the honor attack by 15%. So it's a nice addition here. So how does it fare? Let's go and try against a guild boss, and let's see how much damage we can deal. And also, I like to talk about how to play this deck, given that we don't have any passive spawn. Passive power gem spawners or any power gem creators in the cards themselves. So we're really relying on the relic here. And so I would say a big part of it will depend on your gem drop. So it is a little bit luck of the draw here. So what I was trying to do is I was trying to save my water gems on the board, and unfortunately I matched more than I wanted to, and I'm going to go ahead and just use 2 of these skills here so that I can get more of the power gems created, and then I'm going to again just match. I was trying to match less of the water gems because what I want to do is I wanted more power gems to keep spawning, and so right now that's the case here. And let's go ahead and use this, and I think I have an opportunity to actually. Okay, so I created one more power gem, and I'm going to use Wendae's passive that actually revives me with additional power boost. I'm going to go ahead and use my last battle skill here, and I'm going to go ahead and see how much damage this ends up dealing. So as you can see here, I wasn't able to actually dispel might, so it took 3 shots before I died, so I had less turns overall to build up the intensity for the gems, and also I wasn't able to get as much of the power gems I wanted. But with that, I was able to deal over 400 million damage. I know that it's not a whole lot in today's meta, but this is using just the support cards and with 1 event card, and so I think it's okay. And now let's take a look and see how we can do in guild versus guild. So for this type of deck, how does it actually work? So let's go ahead and practice against myself. So in the last episode, what I also forgot to do was I took out all of my relics just to do some experiments, and I forgot to put them back in. And as a result, I gave away 2-3 kills. So I made sure to put them back in, and let's go ahead and go do a practice here. So we'll go back to this deck and make sure that when you're doing guild versus guild, you use the event card as a leader. This is the only time you want her as a leader because she doesn't boost otherwise. And we're also going up against Chaos. So from the last event, you know what Chaos boss is like, and the best way is to deal it with delayed cards maybe. And if you have a strong deck, it doesn't really matter. But let's see how this works here. So the thing going up against Chaos is you can't count on leaving any power gems behind. So it's best to just go ahead and use them all as soon as you have them right now, so that you can deal as much damage as you possibly can on turn 1, because these power gems are going to get destroyed. Okay, and so this will give me a better chance of survival. Okay, so what you see here is I use my revive so that I can come back to life here. And then let's go ahead and see how we do with our power gem spawns. It doesn't look like they're anywhere near each other, so that's unfortunate. And so I'm going to go ahead and use Quack. And okay, so I got a 3rd power gem because of the drop here. But it's still not great because I don't have the power gems next to each other, so I may not be able to deal enough damage in this case. That's too bad. So let's go ahead and just try our best here and see what we can come up with. Because I think the real only way to get maximum damage is through power gem slots, but in this case, I was able to deal enough damage up front to be just effective enough to take him out here. So I got lucky there. And now let's see how we can do here. So of course, make sure that we use Wendae's skill. You can see it took off about almost half already there. So that really will help out. And let's go ahead and do this. Okay, and if I can take him out here, then I think we should be good for the rest of the turns. Let's see there. Okay. So this is sort of how you would play. Make sure that you're using Wendae's skill as much as possible. She does have a bigger damage output than Gladia, right? So you want to use that. Except the gem drop wasn't great here. Okay, so what would I do here if this was me? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and take advantage of the two red power gems that are next to each other as well. So I did a swap there. Okay, so we can get rid of Lita there. The background is a little bit crazy. All right, and so this one should be no problem at this point. So now at this point, all of the battle skills are available again. So let's see if we can just take him out. Yeah, so he's not a warden. I'm still working on my fifth light warden there, so we should be good. Okay, and at this point, since the board is full, Quack doesn't matter anymore, but just deal a little bit damage, and let's go ahead and swap the power gems, and we should have a successful guild versus guild fight against myself. Alright, and there you go. So skirmish is successful, 5 out of 5 kills using this deck that is basically just support cards. And this is up against a 45,000 opponent with a 9,800 first opponent. Now, if I were to switch this out though, if I were to switch Bone Collector, which is the one that casts Flatline, you'll see that it makes a very big difference. So if I did this, okay, it's just that he's not actually awakened. Then you can see that Wendae's passive will not be effective here. So let's just take a quick look here. 50,000. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough or not. I haven't actually tried this. So let's try this, and just to see. Okay. Now, let's see how we do here. So he will cast Flatline. Okay, yeah, so it does impact the deck here, and you can see all of the battle skills are gone, everything is out, and so there's really no way for me to be able to defeat at this point. So that's why you see Flatline being placed as one of the first defenders for teams, but this is where if you have delay cards, then you can get past this as well. So that's how you can get past this type of defense. So anyways, just wanted to showcase that there. And then one last thing before I go, what I wanted to show you is I do have one of the relics for this event, but I don't ever plan on getting this enchanted. And so if you go into the forge here for the event, I think I need to talk about this, and that is, in order for you to forge enchanted, which gives you a little bit of boost in damage, and gives you one additional water gem in the beginning of the battle, and it gives you an additional intensity per turn, you have to collect these dragon teeth. And it's really, really expensive to try and collect them all because of the fact that every time you open up a pack to try and collect these teeth, it's randomized. So you could end up with multiple of one while missing another. I've seen so many examples of this. Okay, so now if you choose to go for it, that's up to you. That's totally fine. It's just that for those who might be new to this mechanic, who think that this is the most important thing to go after, I don't think it's that important. Okay, so if you have a regular relic at 6-star, it's more than sufficient to help you through the game itself. And I don't think that this is a requirement to be successful. It will help, yes, you will get a little bit more boost, it will be more powerful, but it does come at a cost, and it's not cheap. So just wanted to give fair warning for it, and to make sure that for those who are new to this game, understand that this is not a requirement. It is not required for you to enchant your relic in order to succeed in this game. All right, so there's my PSA for the day. And that's all for this episode. So thanks for watching. I'm going to continue to experiment and try out different team ideas. Let me know if you have any feedback, if there's anything you'd like to see, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you in the next episode. Take care.